Hello! My videos haven't been really doing that well, so if you could in any way, shape, or form engage with this video, if you like anything I say, give it a like, respond with a comment, share it if you were interested. Quick question. Should politics have a place in books? And are books inherently political? It's a yes or no, and I fear there's only one correct answer.
When did book talk become political?
Not to sound like really stupid, but is the Boston Marathon longer than the LA Marathon?
No, all marathons are the same length. That's like common sense, I fear.
Not y'all trying to silence people from talking about politics on Book Talk. As far as I'm concerned, Book Talk has a lot of different sectors. We have a lot of different categories. And one of those categories is simply talking about books that revolve around social issues or political issues.
To say that literature itself is not inherently rooted in sociological and political issues is to suggest that you have no ties whatsoever or are not deeply impacted by political and sociological issues.
Well, it's the day after the election and people are feeling a lot of feelings right now. I wonder what I should post today. That doesn't really feel right. No. Yeah, I think they'll really like that.
Okay, so this topic lit up booktube. I'm just trying to get my videos seen and acknowledged so that all this effort doesn't go down the drain for nothing. Anyway, thank you. Due to the fact that we just had this small little event called the election that changed the course of history, and people are reacting to the election everywhere. On every social media, there is some opinion about what's going on. And there's a lot of grieving happening. There's a lot of opinions being thrown around. I myself went on a rant on my main channel about how I'm feeling about this. I can't believe we have a convicted felon, racist, homophobe in office. A convicted felon. No, but it's not funny. As people are expressing their feelings about the election, it's pulling some people out of their niches. So a lot of book talkers are talking about things that are political. I guess a couple people got kind of up in arms about it. And this person just started crying, using her tears to express the fact that she doesn't want politics to be in books. She doesn't think that politics have a place in book talk because it's her safe space. A lot of people don't like to talk about politics because it makes them uncomfortable. And a lot of people view reading as simply escapism. And you know what? As somebody who is very anxious, as somebody who sometimes avoids being caught up on current events because I just get very overwhelmed. I feel very unsafe. I unfortunately can understand that sentiment. However, I absolutely do not agree with that. Books are inherently political. So many things that you do not think about are rooted in politics. Books are political. Reading is political. People who have had access to reading, there are people groups that did not have access to reading. The most oppressed people were the last people to get access to learning how to read. That is incredibly political because you're essentially saying, please don't make us uncomfortable with the state of politics. I just want to escape and ignore the real world and just go into my book. Most of the time, what you're reading has political themes. Every book you read in high school had politics in it, not overtly in the way that it was a history book. Every single book I can think of in high school. To Kill a Mockingbird, Catcher in the Rye, The Great Gatsby, any book about anyone who was poor, any book about anyone who had a financial status, that was the theme of the book. A Raisin in the Sun, even The Wizard of Oz is political, and you can look into the history of that, but even The Wizard of Oz, okay, you're not safe anywhere. Books are meant to educate us. Most authors' goals are not meant to make you ignore oppressive systems, make you ignore systemic issues like classism and racism and homophobia. A lot of books' authors' goals are to help you realize in some way, shape, or form are to help you realize the systems that you're in. Like, yeah, whatever. Colleen Hoover is not overtly putting those things in her books, but for the most part, books as a whole are education, and education is political. Like, yeah, if you want to read Emily Henry and Colleen Hoover and you want to be taken out of real life and you are fine in not challenging yourself by thinking critically, that sounds like I'm really just dragging you. But seriously, if you are fine putting yourself in an echo chamber, that is your prerogative. I need books to take me out of my real life sometimes, but to then put that idea on a whole group of readers and to say, hey, can we not talk about this? It makes me uncomfortable. Why does it make you uncomfortable? That's one question that I really want to press on people. What about talking about politics on Booktok is making people so uncomfortable? What exactly about people expressing their political opinions makes you so uncomfortable? Books not being political is you trying to make yourself feel better about things that are not rooted in reality. You can choose to put yourself in an echo chamber where you don't have to engulf yourself in political talks. You can build your algorithm so that you only see things that play into escapism, things that play into miseducation and not being educated. You can. I really feel like you should analyze why that is, because unfortunately everything is political. Yeah, that's all I have. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is, I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or night.